Hey everybody, I have a video here for you today. Now I've talked about a lot of ancient sites in Peru, and I will leave a playlist link below, but today is a site I haven't talked about yet, and I took a peek around last night. I only knew about this site by name, but I came away last night with my look around. I came away thoroughly impressed. But we are flying into the ancient hilltop fortress of Kuelap, and this is associated with the Chachapoya people of about 1,000 years ago. And they are called the people of the clouds. And this reminds you a little bit of Machu Picchu, an ancient fortress on top of a mountain. But here, the surrounding mountainous area with the rivers cutting through it. And the Chachapoya people used the rivers as highways, places it would have taken them days to get to on foot. They could get to in hours by boat along the rivers. And they did extensive trade with different people in this area. And why they built on top of this mountain is a bit of a mystery, and there is just not a lot known about the Chachapoya people. But you see these individual circles here, and these all represent individual homes that as many as 8 people could have lived in, and I guess as many as 3,000 people lived up here at one time. And boy, that is some view they would have had. And you see down here, this dark line, this is a wall, and let's go over and take a peek at that. And there is as much stone in this wall that goes along for, I guess, maybe as many as several football fields long. But there is more stone in this wall and the top wall that's around the city than is in the Great Pyramid. People have stated that, and boy, that is some incredible work done on top of this mountain. It's one thing to build a great structure down, on regular ground level with these big stones, but to do it on top of a mountain is thoroughly incredible. Now, I will leave a link to this video below, and this is about an hour-long documentary on ancient Kuelap and the Chachapoya people. And what you see here is string with little knots in it, and these strings have different colors. And this is actually how they kept track of records in their civilization and documented things, by putting little knots in different strings and putting this whole thing together. I have never really heard of that before. I don't know if that was used anywhere else. Maybe somebody can leave a comment below, but I will leave a link for this video. And these little knots all represented a story they were telling. I thought that was incredibly fascinating. Now let's take a look at an artist rendition here of what ancient Kuelap looked like. And for a mountaintop fortress that housed as many as 3,000 people from 1,000 years ago, I think that's extremely cool. And here is one of those individual home dwellings that supposedly housed 8 people, and the incredible view behind it there. And here are some of the ruins here, just getting slowly covered up by the growth. Here is a picture of Kuelap, and again, one of those circular structures. And reminded me a little bit of Chaco Canyon in a way, with those circular structures. And here is a double serpent image coming from Kuelap. And they say the Chachapoya people were herbalists. They were very shamanic. They did some tripping, as in journeys into the consciousness, and pretty much, I believe, they were into ayahuasca and stuff like that. And here, they buried their dead in sheer cliffs, and they have these strange statues out here. And I watched that video where it took today mountain climbers with today's best gear to get down to these sites, and how they did this 1,000 years ago, got their dead into these caves and buried them in a ritual ceremony in this location. Just blows me away. But that is ancient Kuelap, just a short look. This was a mountaintop fortress here, coming from about 1,000 years ago. And why they built up on top of this mountain, maybe because there was some legends of some wicked flooding, maybe. That's just one theory. But this is ancient Kuelap. I know a lot of people haven't heard of this site or taken a good look at it, so I thought I would show it to you today. Hope you thought this was interesting. and you all have a nice day.